Hello, my name is Christopher Renstrom, and I want to welcome you to my weekly horoscope predictions for February 5th to February 11th, 2024. Now, the theme for this week is break down or break through. Now, I imagine some of you out there are going, heavens to Betsy, Christopher, what do you mean by this breakdown or breakthrough? You make it sound so catastrophic. Well, it's not catastrophic, not really, but what I do want to do is pay homage to the fact that the Sun is forming a square to Uranus, the planet of revolution and change this week, and that is always a very volatile and unpredictable combination. Now, these squares between Sun and Uranus take place twice a year. They take place in January and in August. So basically, you can remember winter and summer. And they have been biannual events, taking place twice a year events, since 2019. Now, what does a Sun and Uranus square do? Well, what a Sun and Uranus square does is turn everything in your life upside down or inside out. In fact, the best way to think of a Sun-Uranus square is as a Mercury retrograde on steroids. So, does that mean like everything is going to go to hell in a handbasket? No, not necessarily. But what I do want you to keep in mind is that as we get close to the February 8th placement, there is a Sun-Uranus square taking place right before a new moon in the zodiac sign of Aquarius. And so this new moon basically takes away the light in the sky. So when you have this energy of light diminishing in the sky, and then the Sun-Uranus square taking place, that can sort of leave you open to surprise revelations, unexpected twists, and something being thrown at you from out of left field. And because it's hidden by the dark of the moon, which is what the new moon stands for, it's something that you want to keep your eye out for so that you don't wind up getting blindsided. So with this Sun-Uranus square that's taking place, as I said before at the beginning, it's either going to come across in your life as a breakdown or a breakthrough. And I imagine some of you are like, well, do I get a third choice? Like, not neither of them? But no, it's going to be either breakdown or breakthrough. Now, should a situation in your life break down, the positive side to this is that this might be the only way that you can escape a rut or a difficult situation that you've been in that's been weighing down on you for weeks or even perhaps months. So sometimes when we feel stuck in a situation, it's only by something breaking down that we feel a release and a subsequent release. And if it's a breakthrough, well, if it's a breakthrough, you can consider this payback for all those upset apple carts you've been picking up after for the past few years. Hello, Pisces. The Mars-Neptune sextile on February 7th shows a superior, or someone higher up in rank or higher up on the food chain, happy to make introductions for you. They'll make introductions, they'll write you a letter of recommendation, they'll introduce you to someone who can perhaps open doors for you. They're more than happy to make these introductions for you. But Pisces, it will be up to you to follow through on them. Now, this is something that often puts Pisces in a strange and peculiar position, something that sort of bewilders your friends and loved ones, people who know you very well. The closer that people born under Pisces, so the closer that a Pisces gets to realizing their goals, the slower they are to go about it. It's almost like being within reach of the finish line, and all of a sudden something switches to slow. All of a sudden, didn't they do that? They did that in a movie. Didn't they do that? It was with Keanu Reeves. They did that in the movie where they wear dark sunglasses and dark trench coats, where all of a sudden they're going to go at one another and they are like in slow motion, or they're held in suspended animation. It's something where a big virus, computer virus or whatever takes over the world. Anyway, I'm sure someone in the comments will say, Christopher, the name of that movie is. Okay. So Pisces, when they get close to their goal, they're like, I'm within reach, and they're like, slow motion. Okay. And this comes from hesitation. Okay. It's almost like everything starts to slow down or run down, and you feel like a suspended passion. Maybe things even go out of focus in a way. Is it cold feet, that you're experiencing with something being within reach? Or is it a feeling that you're being pressured to follow through? You're being pressured to act on something before you feel really ready. It comes from this fear. It comes from this fear that the vision that you have isn't going to match the reality. In fact, the reality downgrades the vision in a very substantial way. And so it's this feeling that it's more than you're not going to get everything you want. It's this feeling that what's going to translate into reality is going to be a lesser than. It's going to be a poor replica or a poor or pale substitute for what your vision is of the way that things can be. And so it's almost like it's putting off the disappointment. It's putting off the disappointment in some sort of way. It kind of might even be described as almost a defense mechanism in a sense. So this kind of describes the sudden bout of procrastination. You've been told to do such a thing, and now you're putting it off for a week or two, or delay, or indeed that ambivalence or that hesitation. Is this something that I really want? What I want to communicate to you is that, yes, it's a reality check. I mean, something's going from your vision to the reality. It's a reality check. But reality checks don't have to be downers, Pisces. In fact, what the reality may do is give you an opportunity to sculpt something beautiful, to create something beautiful, which is going to be on show for you. But in order for you to have that experience, you have to follow through on what has been set up for you by benefactors and the planets themselves.